What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you have a like button, hit that like button, because more likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we'll check on all the chats, make sure everything is running, and we'll be good to go. We're going to be starting off with a video titled Former FBI Agent. We have huge targets on our backs, talking about the southern border, how it's wide open and we have no idea who's coming across. Everyone's just pretty much on edge and waiting for some terrible thing to happen here, since we have God only knows coming across that invisible line. And then we have a video titled Alec Baldwin may be recharged in fatal Rust shooting. He should be charged. He's a murderer. He shot someone and they died. If me and you did that, we'd be in prison. So no special treatment because he's got money. He should be in prison right now. Then we have a video titled X tests $1 annual subscription to beat bots. Elon Musk has been talking about charging money for the Twitter platform, now called X. And I realized when I put $4X in the title, it sounded like I was selling ecstasy. I am not. I would never sell it. I would keep it. Anyways, we have that. Then moving forward, we would be covering a video titled Jim Jordan asks if Republicans should vote to empower McHenry just before next speaker vote. We'll see how it goes. I just want Jim Jordan to go. It's going to be Jim Jordan or Trump or they're a bunch of liars. That's all I know. I don't know anything else. Then we have two Trump videos. The first one is titled Trump appeals judge's partial gag order in the 2020 yada yada J6 case and all that kind of stuff. We'll see how that goes whenever they get around to it. Then we have another video titled Trump claims the government lied. Of course they did. It's the government. During a break in the New York City civil fraud trial. That was just like an hour ago or so. And we'll be wrapping things up with a video titled Exonerated Man Killed by Sheriff's Deputy in Georgia. This is kind of a weird situation, and I wonder if it's going to be the next George Floyd. What I think is really interesting is where's all the outraged people? Because this is like the perfect mix to equal a George Floyd situation, but we're missing the angry 20-year-olds burning shit down in the streets. I don't know if we're early on this or what, but we'll get there when we get there, all right? So we're going to read through the chats real quick, make sure everything's running smoothly, and then we'll go ahead and get her started. What's up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, Annette? What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being here. I put the new player on there, so it should be running smoothly. Let's see. Hair Juicer. Apparently, old man Walter is giving Gaza $100 million. Of course. Of course he is. They're going to be 29 days, 28 days from now or something. They'll be telling us about government shutdowns. They're going to be cutting down on food stamps. They'll be cutting down on veteran pay. They'll be cutting down on all that stuff. We'll be the ones to pay for them being terrible budgeting our money. So, yeah, why not? Why not? Send $100 million overseas. Why not? Send 2. Send 3. Why not? They always put America last. Here, Juicer, how is that not treason? I'm saying. Everything they do is treason. Everything they do. It's no good. What's up, everyone over on Rumble? Happy freedom. Come on, hooligans. Get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. What's up, Astral Hammer? What's up, Shannon? What's up, Seppa? What's up, Kung Fu Grasshopper? What's up, RK? What's up, Christy Star? What's up, Elder Zoomer? What's up, Old BR? What's up, Stoner? What's up, Crimps? Appreciate you hooligans being here. What's up, Zero? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Dawn? Make sure I didn't miss anyone. What's up, Slink? Let's see. Arkansas become the first state in the nation to force a Chinese state-owned company to give up its American land. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. I think all of us should do it. All of us should be not complying with the nonsense, especially here in Michigan. They keep trying to build those EV battery factories, which is going to be a little small piece of China right here in the middle of Michigan. We don't really need that. Let's see. What's up, Screaming Eagle? Snuck in right at the end there. What's up, Seppa? Happy freedom, you hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on D Live? Is there a way to clear the chat over here? I'll have to look later, I suppose. Either way, happy freedom, you hooligans. Actually, are we not running on D Live? Oh, something's going on. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see if I can kick D Live on. Come on now, do the thing. Okay, we're having problems with D Live. Maybe. Oh, we're back. Okay, D Live's good now. Glad we got that settled. Hopefully we didn't screw anything else up. What's up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, DeRosa? What's up, Tom Tom? Happy freedom. Appreciate you hooligans being here. DeRosa, Jordan lost the second round today. Did he? That sucks. That sucks. I seen a video where they were saying Jim Jordan got like 200 and then Jeffries got 212 and then other was 20 votes or something. How many do they need? I can't remember. Is it 217 or is it 270? I can't remember what people were saying yesterday. What's up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Grey Wolf? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Brighten Eyes? What's up, Mr. Beansy Beans? Tom Tom, you're omnipresent. Happy freedom, all of you hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on GoofTube? Apparently we're still live over here too, so that's good. Happy freedom, all of you hooligans. What's up, Proud Patriot Girly? What's up, T Lawton? What's up, Coin Dragon? What's up, Toy Mafia? What's up, MD Run? Happy freedom. What's up, Dabacles? See, you messed me up. You messed me up. I've gone so long without screwing your name up, and here we are. Dabacles, appreciate you being here. What's up, Robert? What's up, Garrett? What's up, William? What's up, B? What's up, Tumbleweed? What's up, Can Be Free? What's up, Noble? Now, if we could line you guys up so all of your names rhymed, we'd be doing some things here. It is 217. Okay, so Jim Jordan got 200. He was short 17 votes, and then Jeffries was only short 5 votes of getting it. So I guess we'll see how the next one goes. I guess. I think Rest Broadcasting is covering that, so we'll probably know. I'll just wait for hooligans to show up in the chat and be like, so-and-so won. We're giving each other news here. That's how I like it. Let me give GoofTube this special Rumble link that they need. Let's see. Oh, and I just remembered right before the live. Today is 3 months. It's hard to believe. It's 3 months since I've been demonetized. 90 days has passed, and today I am eligible to create a 5-minute video showing and explaining exactly how I do what I do. They want to see how and where I write my scripts, how and where I edit my videos, how and where I come up with my designs and everything else, and I have to show the whole process on a video that is less than 5 minutes long. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I'm a busy person and I do it amongst 3 different devices, so this will be a lot of recording. This will be the most complex video I've ever created in my life, and I bet you that I'll get all done with that and I'll submit that application and they will reject me again, and then I will be pissed off for the rest of the week that I spent so much time working on something getting rejected by fucking YouTube. Can't stand YouTube and their bullshit, but I gotta try and see if I get remonetized, because all of you hooligans over on YouTube, I hate to say this, you're not as pretty without those hooligan badges next to you. You're just not, and I know everybody misses it, and I miss it. I can't even stand looking at the chat without all of our badges. It's like they castrated us, and I can't stand it. So I will apply for remonetization on YouTube. I fully expect to be rejected and denied. And when that happens and I'm pissed the rest of the week, just know I will expect all of you to go over to Rumble or jeffmaclive.com so you do not have to hear me rage and rant for the entire week. That's the plan here. Okay, now we're all on the same page. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom. All right, hooligans, we're gonna get started on this first video titled "Former FBI Agent." We have huge targets on our backs. Talking about the southern border. Let's get this pulled up really quick. All right. First, I want to remind you, hooligans, go get you a Free the Orange Eagle t-shirt. Let everybody know they can come out with as many mug shots as they want to of President Trump, but you're still voting for him. Got t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, a little bit of everything. You can check it out at the merch store. If this isn't your style, you can go with the Screaming Goat. Can't go wrong with the Screaming Goat. These shirts are doing very well. Everyone who has got one has sent me an email or a message of some sort talking about how people really dig those shirts when they're out in public, and people kind of come over and say something. Hey, I really like your shirt. And so I can't wait to experience it myself. I gotta save a few doll hairs. If this damn car would stop giving me problems, I'd go get me a Screaming Goat hoodie today. Of course, this design comes on all kinds of different items. I will drop the link in the chat as we are absorbing this first video. Let's get it started.
Nicole Parker is a former FBI agent, and she's here with more. Tell us about the Mideast refugee situation and that nexus with terrorism.
You know, right now, there is a very huge target on our backs. We have to know who is in our country. Those on the left, many on the left, are sympathizing with those that they believe are oppressed. AOC believes that we should take in anyone. You know, they've been oppressed. Let's take them to the United States. We need to take care of them. Let's do that. That is extremely dangerous to our national security and would be detrimental to our nation. We already have enough security issues on our hands. We have a southern border that is completely wide open. We have no idea who is here. And we cannot tolerate anyone else that has not been vetted. Even those that have been vetted, Jesse, that have come into the United States, they are a threat as well. With this attack that happened in Belgium, the FBI right now should be focusing on who was that individual that committed that act and seeing what ties that individual has to anyone that might be in the United States.
They're too busy spying on parents. They got their plate full. How do you vet someone who clapped on 9/11 in the Palestinian territory?
I mean, it's disgusting. I mean, I myself was a witness to the terrorist attacks of September 11th here in New York City. That is actually why I went and joined the FBI. And we cannot have another attack on our U.S. soil.
Well, Biden says he can vet them.
You know,
how does he vet them?
That's what I'm saying.
He can't even vet his own son. How does he vet them?
The vetting process is very complicated and difficult, and there are many people that are coming into our country that have been vetted. But again, anyone right now that wants to act up in the name of the strife of what's occurred in Israel, you're going to be seeing, unfortunately, I believe that you're going to be seeing a lot of individuals that are going to use this as an opportunity to act up in violence. And there have been dormant, terrorist groups that we haven't heard a lot about recently. And I have no doubt in my mind that they are using this as an opportunity. ISIS, Hezbollah, Hamas. There's going to be, the FBI, and everyone's got to be all hands on deck right now.
Does the FBI see any threat coming out of these universities? Because you see these people pouring out of these universities cheering Hamas. Are they looking into these universities?
Anyone that is sympathetic towards what has occurred and does not believe that what has happened to Israel is absolutely abhorrent, yeah, I think that there are things that we need to definitely be looking into in our law enforcement agencies, our joint terrorism task forces, the FBI. They go after individuals that are on the conservative side of the fence and they deem them as threats. And, this to me is a very serious threat. International terrorism is a very serious threat.
It sure is. All right, well, tell Chris Wray I said hello.
I'm not there anymore, but I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
Well, we have unknowns coming into the country. There's a lot of people speculating that we have sleepers and stuff coming in, and that one day something big and bad will happen, and all the bad guys will already be here. People have been speculating about that for probably about 2 years now, but now it's starting to get to the point where even the news is talking about it. Nobody's going to close that border, though. They're not going to close that border. They're going to let something bad happen, and they will use it as an opportunity to take more freedoms from us, just like on 9/11. I almost blew it. I almost blew it. I almost got a blue tag underneath my YouTube video because YouTube sucks so bad. Yeah, just like 911. When that happened, all of a sudden they forfeited our right to privacy and decided to infringe on that by listening to our phone calls and watching us through our phones and CCC camera or whatever it is, closed caption camera, all that kind of stuff. That stuff didn't really come around until 911 happened. They said, well, we need to monitor every American just in case. It's for the greater good, and it helps national security. Now here we are with a wide open border, and God only knows, coming across the line, people from every country to exist, and something bad will happen, and they'll say, you know what we need to do? We need to monitor the American people even more for the greater good and for the best of national security. That's what they'll say. They'll take from us, because that's what they do. They take from us whenever somebody else screws up. Look at our money going overseas. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. We pay the price for everyone else's mistakes. I hate it. I hate it. We're going to read through the chat really quick, and then we will go ahead and move forward. Forgot to share the links out, so if you guys could do that, it would really help. Share out the live. Forgot to do it. I was trying to get a little bit of it done during the video there. It takes a long time. I'm on 17 platforms or something like that. It takes a minute to share the links out. Let's see. Slink, no one won. It's at recess again. Thank you for letting me know, Slink. Let's see. Breezy. Jordan needs 217. If Jeffries gets it, I am done with the repubs. Yeah. I don't know. I don't trust any of them. I don't trust any of them. We're all actors on a stage. Jim Jordan gets fired up, though. He seems like he wants to get to the bottom of things whenever he's going. It's like a pit bull. Like, once he gets his eyes on something, he's going to get it. And I like that, but we'll see. We'll see what the outcome is. Let's see. Miss Jamie, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. We have a spot on Gilded if you would like to post it there, or if you would just like to share it, that's fine. That'd be cool. Thanks, Slink. I appreciate that. Pumpkin, they would get really bored if they monitor me. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I have cameras and Google units all over the house and stuff. My house, I feel like Steve Jobs. I have all kinds of gadgets at the house because I can't remember anything. And sometimes when I'm trying to remember something and I'm thinking, oh, I need to write that down, or I need to go tell Google to remind me, the journey to go get there, I will forget what the hell it is I'm supposed to remember. So I need to be like crapping in the bathroom and be able to yell out, hey, Google, remind me to do this, that, and the other. And it will send a message to my phone, let me know, hey, dumbass, you were supposed to do this an hour ago. And I can go, damn it, I'm late. And so I do all that. But while the government's monitoring me while I'm pooping, I can't imagine they're that entertained. They might as well just hop in the chat like they've been doing for years and just watch and see how it goes, because monitoring me anywhere else, they're not I'm sure they're not very entertained. I don't do a whole lot. I'm either live or I'm working on or talking about the live. This is my whole life here when I'm not crying over my car. And so, yeah, I'm sure their job's not real great. Let's read through chat really quick. Flipping this chapstick. This is my rattly one. Vanilla latte. Sounds good, Miss Jamie. What's up, Silver Wolf? Happy freedom. You guys should see what Silver Wolf does. He's a badass. Building a deck yesterday, and it turned out awesome from what I saw. What's up, Appeal to Heaven? Happy freedom. Just flipping through really quick. Are we still good on D Live? Yeah, we're still good on D Live. It is super clear. It's crazy when you look at the YouTube platform and then you go to any of the other ones, and it's like going from 480 to 1080. And I don't know why it's like that. YouTube Live is just a little blurry. The Rose. The Jeff Mack is Batman. Batmac. We need to come out with a symbol like the hooligan badge. We'll just shine it on the clouds. Da-na-na-na. Have to come out with my theme song or something. Thanks so much, Mr. Beansy Beans, for the 100 bits. I appreciate you, Mr. Beansy Beans. Thank you for the support. You're awesome. I think I've seen... Oh, and you also gifted a sub over here on Twitch. I seen it earlier. Thank you, Mr. Beansy Beans. You're so awesome. Mr. Beansy Beans, keeping it golden over on Twitch. What's up, K-Love? Happy freedom. Didn't see you sneak in there. Let's see. What's up, Tree Roji? I think that's what it is. Happy freedom. Lenny, a lip balm addict. I mean, I don't know. I'm a fidgeter. I do more of this than actually wearing chapstick. I think I'm a little off. Remember we had that argument a few months ago, and I was trying to tell everybody that it's not that I don't believe all the mental problems that's on the news. It's the fact that none of us are running at 100. I don't think any of us are running at 100. I think all of us got a little something going on upstairs. And I fidget non-stop. I used to bite my nails until I broke the bottoms of my teeth. And now I can't do that. So I do things like this. Which is why I have all these goofy toys on my desk. I'm a fidgeter. What's up, Mayor? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Mark. Wait, the borders are open? I mean, that's what I hear. What's up, Melissa? Happy freedom. Lone Wolf, $2.97 for gas over here on the east side. I might have to drive to Detroit. I don't know if my engine block will take it. It pisses coolant like crazy. I picked the car up yesterday because I had to go get groceries because I was going to be in a position to wipe my ass with my cat. And so I had to go get supplies to survive in my small apartment over here. I went and picked up the car, and they gave me a gallon of coolant, and they were like, hopefully this will last you until tomorrow. And I said, okay. So I've been driving this wreck. It's nice to have a car, but when I pull off, there's a puddle like this of coolant on the ground, and I know that's not good for stray cats and whatnot, but I need a damn car. Alright, looks like we're good to go. We're going to move on to this next video here. Let's go like this. So this next one's titled Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin may be recharged in fatal Rust shooting. I don't know why this is such a big wild ride. Throw him in prison. He shot someone and they died. Like that's all there is to it. Everything else is just distraction. Shot someone and they kicked the bucket. He's a murderer. Even if it was on accident, it's still like second or third degree murder or something like that because it's without intention, but it still happened. If it was me or you, we'd be in prison right now. Throw him in the cell.
All right, really hard story to talk about here. Prosecutors in New Mexico, they are once again seeking charges against actor Alec Baldwin in that fatal movie set shooting. It happened on the set of Rust 2 years ago. A person was killed, the director of cinematography, sadly killed on that set.
And this is based on a new report, which they say shows the gun was not modified before it made it to Baldwin's hands. They're planning to show this to a grand jury here in the coming weeks. Stephanie Haynes joins us live to break it all down for us. And Stephanie, would this be considered double jeopardy?
You know what? Good morning. It's not, because back when these same special prosecutors decide to drop that charge against Alec Baldwin, that involuntary manslaughter charge, they included this provision in there that is called with prejudice, meaning that they can open the case back up if new information comes to light. Well, that is exactly what these special prosecutors are saying now with this new gun analysis, saying that the gun wasn't modified, it didn't malfunction, there had to be some pull or depression of the trigger for this incident to happen. Now, as we all know, Alec Baldwin has denied ever pulling the trigger, but now these special prosecutors are like, hey, we're going to take this to a grand jury and let them decide if charges need to be brought.
A new chapter may be unfolding in the saga of actor Alec Baldwin and the fatal shooting on the set of the movie Rust. Special prosecutors in New Mexico announced they plan to present the case to a grand jury. A new gun analysis released in August shows the shooting was the result of, quote, the pull or rearward depression of the trigger.
Whether or not he pulled the trigger is going to be central to this case. In this particular case, the prosecution's theory as of now is the gun was not modified and that Alec Baldwin shirked his responsibilities.
The shooting happened back in October of 2021 while rehearsing a scene.
I take the gun out slowly, I turn, I cock the pistol, bang, it goes off. She hits the ground. She goes down.
Cinematographer Helena Hutchins was killed and director Joel Souza was wounded. Baldwin has always maintained he did not pull the trigger and that he was told the gun was not loaded with live ammunition.
I expect Alec Baldwin's defense to not only focus on these technical issues surrounding the gun, surrounding the protocols on set, but to very much be focused on Hannah Gutierrez-Reed and her responsibilities.
The film's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, has pleaded not guilty to involuntary manslaughter and evidence tampering. Her trial is set for February. In the meantime, filming of the movie Rust resumed in Montana and has reportedly wrapped as of last spring. Hutchins' husband is executive producing as part of a settlement with Baldwin. No word on when the movie will be released.
And we reached out to Baldwin's team. We didn't hear back. But, you know, Adrian, this case is really complicated. The first assistant director has actually pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor for his alleged role in this case. And in terms of the timeline of all this, the prosecutors say that they're going to present this to a grand jury within the next 2 months. So it could be a little bit of time before we hear more. Adrian.
All right, Stephanie, obviously an emotional time. A lot has happened. I know he and his wife have had another baby since this shooting death. The widower of the woman killed. I mean, obviously he has had to go through a lot with his child, their child. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com.
Well, like I said, he was holding the gun. She died. Murder. That's how that works. That's how that works. Just like children, right? Children get charged with that all the time. Find a gun, shoot their friend. Court still tries to charge them. Domestic issues. He was holding his gun, shot his wife. He was just cleaning it. He didn't mean to pull the trigger and shoot her, but she died anyways. That's still murder. It's all of a sudden Alec Baldwin gets put in the spotlight and then everybody forgets how murder works all of a sudden. No, he murdered her. He may not have done it intentionally, but justice is justice, no matter what your pockets look like. So they need to stop playing the game here. They're playing some blue team antics. Let's redefine what murder means for Alec Baldwin, because he needs special treatment. Like, no. Put his ass in prison. When he gets out in 20 years, see how it feels then. He could write a book, right? Just like OJ or something. Yeah, he could write a book. He can go be famous about it. That time I shot that broad on the set of Rust, it'll probably be a #1 seller. You know, you'll be able to get it at Barnes and Nobles. That's how it goes. If it was me or you, we'd be in prison. So I don't understand why they have all these excuses and reasonings to keep him out. What do they want? They want him to accidentally shoot another person? I don't know. He's got to pay the cost for the things he's done. Do the crime, do the time. What happened to that? We're going to read through the chat really quick. We'll move forward to the next video. Let's see. Snooks, my goodness. I'm not going to read that out loud. You crack me up. Let's see. Quake, they're trying to redefine it. They're not necessarily trying to redefine it, but they're trying to say that he's innocent. And he's not innocent. He's not innocent. He was holding the gun. He was holding the item that killed another person. If it was a firecracker, a firework, a loaded spring on a mechanical device, it doesn't matter. If you do something and it results in another person dying, no matter how ignorant you are or how unknowing you could have been about the situation escalating to a lethal extent, you are still responsible for the death of another person that has American rights. And that means you have to pay the cost for taking that person's life away from them. It doesn't matter if it's an accident. It doesn't matter if you had your eyes closed. It doesn't matter if your wiener's inside out. All that matters is that you did something and it resulted in the death of another. They've all said that. Every video that's talked about Alec Baldwin doing this has said he was in possession of an item that killed another person and they actually died. Murder. That's it. Like, I don't understand why they're having, well, but sort of, kind of. No. That's murder. If that was me or you, it'd be murder. Yeah, you can figure out the details when it comes to how much time you're going to do, because your part in the situation that resulted in a death matters. Your intentions matter. They don't matter when it comes to whether or not it was murder. It comes to how much time are you going to do? Are you going to do max time? Are you going to do whole 20 years? Or are you going to get some lesser sentence, a plea agreement? That's where these factors come in. But to say we're not going to take him to court because we can't tell if he actually pressed the trigger or not, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Not at all. He committed murder, and he should be held accountable for it. So reading through the chat here. Happy Freedom Quake. Kung Fu Grasshopper, the weaponsmith, was a purple hair? Yeah, you see that? I'm sure they had nothing to do with the malfunction of the firearm. And I think the woman that died was related to like Hillary Clinton's defense team or something weird like that also. But you don't hear a whole lot of information about that. Melissa, liberal minds. Guns shoot people, not people shooting people. Exactly. Exactly. I think they're just trying to replay this over and over again until they can get Old Man Walter to come out on stage and say he needs to ban assault weapons. Even though it's not even kind of sort of close, it doesn't matter to Old Man Walter. You could have a slingshot and he'd be like, that's an assault weapon. Come on, man. I got a little Bill Clinton there at the end. Went from Old Man Walter to Bill Clinton. Either way, corrupt people are corrupt people. What's up, Willie Fix It? Happy Freedom, and thank you so much for the 2 lemons over on D Live. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're awesome. What's up, Salty Ragu? It's been a minute. What's up, Cat's Eye? DeRosa, Alec Baldwin has almost as many charges as the Orange Eagle. It's true. It's true. Except Alec Baldwin actually deserves that stuff. All the stuff they pull on Trump is stupid stuff. Stupid stuff that just simple thinking folks could figure out. And it's like in a real easy way. Like the people who cry about President Trump's classified documents just kills me. It just kills me. You mean the president with the power to declassify documents was caught with classified documents? Wow. Wow. It's like you found a dog walker that walks dogs? Wow. Like that's not news. Like I don't know if Hyena Harris is writing these news articles or what. You get wet in the rain, and when it rains, you get wet. We did it, Joe. That's what happens. It's so stupid. All that stuff on the Orange Eagle is so stupid. It'll be nice when we get through it, though. Let's see. Let's read through. Grey Wolf, lock up that POS along with Old Man Walter. I'm saying. Accountability is going to rain down hard one day on all these people who have it coming. K-Love, Alec did a sacrifice for his master. Could be. Could be. It definitely could be. I'm trying to think. I just seen an advertisement for a football player who was pushing the jab. And it was the bad one. I mean, I don't think any of them are great, but it's the one that's outwardly bad and everybody knows because that news, I can't ever think what they are. They broke up. They kicked off the main guy. I don't know. It's on Twitter. I can't think of his name, but either way, they go undercover and they get evidence on these big companies like BlackRock or like this jab company I'm referring to. It starts with a P. And they broke news on that, and everybody knows those are bad people. Well, now they got ads running on TikTok with football players like, yeah, I got one in both shoulders. Dirty, dirty, dirty. You should go get one too. And like, yeah, well, when you drop dead on the football field in front of all of us, we'll make sure to go and write down how long you made it. And go ahead, sir. Getting it all fired up again for wintertime when everybody starts getting all symptomy. Getting a little cough here and there. They'll be shutting down schools again. I'm just waiting for it. What's up, Darth Maul? Happy Freedom. Let's see. Curb, 2 lives in 1 week. Amazing. Are you new here? You must be new here. I go live 6 days a week, and a lot of times I go live 2-3 times a day. You must be brand new. Appreciate you subscribing, to come drop that in the comment section. Let's see. Salty Ragu found that gang of deer. Got to go back with more firepower. There's too many of them. Well, we're gonna have to get some grenades and stuff going. We got to get them all, Salty Ragu. We gotta get them. I was driving to Walmart yesterday with my broke down car. It's now covered, fully covered. I was like, go ahead, dear. You step out on the road now. I'm finna go 90. I'm gonna obliterate you. I'm gonna have pink mist all over my blue Subaru. You go ahead. You step in front of me. You do that. And then I was thinking, as I was eyeballing for deer to run out in the road, see if I can buy a new car, I was like, my luck? I'd smoke this deer and die in this accident, and I'd be all set for a new car and too dead to drive it. I'm like, dang it. So I stopped eyeballing those deer, but they run out in front of me again. They're rough stuff. I'm also looking to put a brush guard on the front of that Subaru. It might look funny, but the deer will look funnier after I hit it, so it is what it is. Elisa, where's the driving cat? He's up there? It's probably not working for YouTube because I've been demonetized on YouTube, so a lot of this stuff for YouTube doesn't even work anymore. If somebody subscribes on Twitch and stuff, you'll see the driving cat in the corner over there. But YouTube's pretty much dead. It's like a diabetic situation. It's like my foot's lost all life, and it's starting to get gray and smell funny. But I just keep it around just for fun. That's what YouTube is. It's dead. It's still there. You guys can look at it, but it doesn't really have a whole lot of use, and we just kind of keep it around even though it smells funny. We'll see if they remonetize me. Well, they won't tell me by today. I'm able to apply today for remonetization, but they'll wait a day or two to reject me. Let's see. Cassandra, you miss every shot you don't take. Alec Baldwin. That's funny. That's a good one. I like that. Hair juicer, it's homicide. Murder is intentional. Yes. Yes. You're correct. You're correct. He's a killer. Let's see. Let's read through really quick. Miss Jamie, dear terrorists. They are. That was Bambi bin Laden. Ran out there, tried to perform a hate crime against my Subaru. They almost got me. Government sent in their terrorists, dear. That was ISIS Bambi right there. Ran out in front of the car, tried to get me. Next time I'm letting the Hellcat bark out the window, and I'll be damned if anybody has anything to say about it. Damn deer, I ain't messing with them. I ain't messing. We don't get along. We don't get along. We're gonna get onto this next video here. It's titled X Tests $1 Annual Subscription to Beat Bots. I think this is kind of interesting because it reminds me of jeffmaclive.com. He wants to have the messaging system have all these abilities on Twitter, and they haven't implemented it yet. My system already has it. He wants to have video and live streaming systems that are separate from the main social media area. My system already has it. He's now charging a subscription fee to protect the users on the system. My system already has it. He's really just trying to turn X into jeffmaclive.com, and I'm honored. I'm honored that he's trying to copy what I'm doing, which is crazy, but wait till he finds out. Maybe he'll hook me up with a job or something. That'll be neat. Well, let's see how this goes.
The social media network formerly known as Twitter has a new plan for beating bots. Elon Musk's X says it will test a new model under which people pay a $1 annual fee to get basic features. The new subscription is termed Not a Bot and is meant to distinguish real people from automated accounts. It would enable basic functions such as likes and reposts. X said that the fee would vary from country to country based on exchange rates. It will first be available in New Zealand and the Philippines. The test won't affect existing users, but new users who don't subscribe will only be able to do basic things like view and read posts. Bots have been a big issue for Musk ever since he acquired the social network last year. In July, X introduced a limit on viewing tweets, which it said would ensure the authenticity of its user base. Reuters has reported that company boss Linda Yaccarino plans to try 3 tiers for its subscription service, based on how many ads a viewer is shown.
Yaccarino, whatever her name is. I don't know. I don't know what $1 a year is going to do, because I kind of feel like it must be the bots as like an army. A hacker or some asshole who's doing this, they'd have to pay $1 for every account that they have botted to go off into the platform and do it. But I can't imagine that that's not feasible. I could totally see somebody setting up 10-20 bots, pay $20, and then just go and pillage Twitter with their bot accounts. I mean, I don't know. I think the price should have been a little bit steeper, and maybe that's not the right thing to say, because some people feel that you shouldn't have to pay for social media. But if it's in the name of security and not profits, paying $1 to have a bot account go and ruin everybody's time on Twitter is pretty feasible, I think. So I don't know exactly what this dollar situation is going to do. It's not happening here yet, so for Americans this is kind of under the radar. I already pay the $11 or $12 or whatever it is, because I get a lot of news from Twitter, and so I prefer to use it that way. So it doesn't matter to me if they charge $1 or not. We'll see, though. In the name of security, I kind of feel like there'd be better ways to go about it, but maybe not. They originally did the post amount, and it was something crazy. You could only post like 600 tweets a day or something like that, and I was like, that's a lot. But there was people crying about it. They were like, what do you mean? I try to post at least 650 times a day. You're censoring us, because people always gotta have something to bitch about. And so maybe there was a lot of blowback from that, and they were like, okay, well, you guys don't want us strategizing the platform. How about we just charge everyone $1? You charge doll hair, and maybe that's the path. So I don't know if they're just trying things or what. The dollar thing, I don't see that being effective, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see, 10 Man, he needs to make his 30 billion back somehow. And it could be. It could be. Because they were saying that Twitter's like worth half of what it was before he picked it up or something like that because of advertisement revenue. But I don't know. I think a part of him probably from a business aspect is like, yeah, we need to generate some income. Because Tesla doesn't make any money. Tesla like breaks even. The only profit they get is from government grants. So with the whole Twitter thing, like there's probably some money-making thoughts in there. But what I think it is I think he's taking everyone's data from X and he's feeding it to his AI, to his Truth GPT that's supposed to come out soon. I think he's using it as like a giant social experiment to put that knowledge in the Truth GPT. And the way we engage with each other, the way we talk to each other, the things we say, the way we say it. I think it's just we're feeding his AI system, and he doesn't actually care about the X platform. I think it's just it's like a hallway for us to provide free information to his AI. That's what I think. I think that's the end game, is the AI, because that and Neuralink are going to connect somehow. It's absolutely going to connect somehow. So I think the Neuralink is the big game. I think the AI is for people who aren't brave enough and financially well off enough to do the Neuralink. They'll use the AI that will also make money. Like ChatGPT charges like $10 a month right now or something for like their pro version or whatever. And I think Elon's going to make money with that. And then I think X will just be like the doorway, where most people will use X. People who think they're slick will use Truth GPT, and then people who got the big bucks, they'll get the Neuralink. And I think that's how Elon's gonna build his, like, structure his payment pyramid. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, if he turns his wiener inside out and gets some surgery, maybe he'll have a period too. I don't know exactly. I'm not a gynecologist. Either way, what's up, High Plains Drifter? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Cat Daniels is over here going to war with stink bugs. I'm gonna have to start throwing stuff at him if he doesn't chill out. Let's see. Plutonium Boss. At bare minimum, it's manslaughter. Yeah, Alec needs to pay for what he did. You can't just kill somebody and get away with it. You're not supposed to be able to. And if somebody smoked him, on accident. Would they be okay with that? Would everybody be all right with that? It'd just be fine. He was on the set of somewhere else and somebody accidentally shot him in the face and he died. But then they didn't press the trigger. They didn't do that. It just happened. Gravity or something. It was like, come on, man. They'd be all up in arms about it. We need justice for Alec Baldwin. That's what they'd be saying. Because they're a bunch of bastards. Let's see. DCAT. Call the FBI and tell them we have Asian terrorist deer running through the forest of Michigan. They'd tell us to stop interfering with government projects. That's what they would say to us. They'd be like, you mind your business, damn it. You go back and sit in your apartment. And send me a picture of my computer chair. I'm like, okay, all right. I'll let it go. DCAT, a Ponzi scheme. I don't think necessarily a Ponzi scheme. I think it's a financial structure. Like a business plan. You know what I mean? Flip through chat really quick and we will be moving forward. DeRosa, Musk wants X to be the worldwide payment system, mark of the beast. Could be. Could be. I have heard him say that. He wants to be like social media plus PayPal plus live streaming, all kinds of stuff. He wants all kinds of stuff. I'm waiting for him to come out with like a metaverse like Facebook did, where it's like a 3-dimensional environment for Oculus headsets and all that stuff. I'm sure that's coming along as well. DeRosa, it's not for bots, it's to get access to bank accounts. That's a good point. That is a good point. I bet it is. Because when you pay through X, I don't even think you can use PayPal or Venmo or anything. You have to provide your credit card number. That's the only way to pay. And so I bet it is. I bet it is to connect with bank accounts and stuff. Interesting. Thank you for pointing that out. Rico, man, if Trump doesn't get in again, can we vote for you? You could. We're going to make punches in the face great again, because these softies and stupid people out here, they need to wake up and see what matters in the world. We got to make those punches in the face great again. People won't be worrying about turning their wiener inside out. They won't be worried about hurting kids. They won't be worried about open borders. They won't be worried about overpriced food. They won't be worried about overpriced gas. Everybody would have a black eye and we'd all be happy. I'm telling you, it would straighten everybody out. Thank you so much, Mr. Beans of Beans, for the 100 bits over on Twitch. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see. The deer was probably struggling with the economy like all of us and couldn't handle it anymore. Seen the Subaru and said bye-bye. He ended it all right in front of him. Maybe that's why he waited, because he ran up in the road and then he stopped. And I was like, okay, I swerved because I pooped my pants a little bit. And so then I swerved and then he stopped. And I was like, okay, we're good. He waited till the car got right up to him. He was like, whee, he jumped right in front of the car. Smoked it. So maybe it was. Maybe it was. He got a little excited. He ran up to the road. He was like, if I jump now, he ain't going to hit me. Tricked me. He juked me. It was like football. Faked me out. I appreciate you, Marky Mark, saying, vote Jeff Mack for House Speaker. Man, we'd get this solved in a day and they'd have me kerplunked by the night. They'd be like, nope, this guy's a truth teller. Wake up the next day. Jeff Mack was found hanging from a doorknob. That's what they would say. That's how they would get me. Salty Ragu, got a new car. Oh, I did get a new car, Salty Ragu, but then I found out the next day that the motor block is cracked and someone tried to fix it with JB Weld. And we found out yesterday there's no thermostat in the motor. They pulled the thermostat out and then welded it shut. And so there's no thermostat and the block is cracked on the motor. And it's $1,500 to put the motor from the gold car in the blue car. And so if you guys would like to help me out with my car problems, the donation links and the membership links are on the link tree, and they're also in the description on certain platforms and whatnot. $1,500 because they have to pull the motor out of the blue car, pull the motor out of the gold car, throw this motor away, put this motor in the blue car. And so they said it's going to start $1,500. And I already owe them $200 for the tow from when they came and picked me up off the side of the road. And I spent all my money on the damn car with the blown motor. So there's that. And well, we'll just leave it at that. My all-wheel drive light is on and nobody knows why, and we can't figure it out. And now they're saying, well, maybe we'll have to pull the transmission off the gold car and put that on the blue car too. And that scares the shit out of me, because I already don't have the $1,500 they want to do the motor swap. So I don't know what's going to happen. I try not to think about it because it makes me want to cry. But yes, that's the car situation. Let's see. And Ed, I like my Truth Social. I like Truth Social too. I wish it was a little bit more popular. I wish I was seeing more like genuine posts instead of recycled things from Twitter and recycled things from TikTok. I wish there was more. I wish Truth Social was higher up on the food chain. I think it runs really good, but I don't think there's enough people who use it exclusively. TJ, deer always run into the light. And he sure did. He ran right into that headlight. Obliterated it. There was nothing there. It's like just wires. Just sitting there. The whole headlight assembly is just gone. And then when I was on the side of the road and the cars are driving by, you could hear like they're all running over the plastic that used to be my headlight. I actually drove past it yesterday and you can see my tire marks like skidding down the road for a good bit, probably 20 yards, and then it just slides over. And yeah, there's some stains from where the fluid was coming out, but it was weird to drive past the accident yesterday. I've been waiting 2 weeks. I think yesterday was 2 weeks since it happened. JT3, other than that, it's great to hear everything is going well for you. Yeah, it's going fine. It's just trying to get through it. Just trying to get through it. Appreciate you being here, JT3. Let's see. Old BR, just glad the wrecked car has all new parts. Yeah, if I could afford to get the motor swapped over to the new car, that's what the shop was telling me. They were like, we're going to go through everything that's under warranty and we're just going to replace everything. Because the motor's already got new head gaskets, new timing belt, new spark plugs, new wires, new water pump. So all they got to do is connect everything, and then they're just going to check everything out and see what's going on. Hopefully I don't have to transfer the transmission, because I don't know how much that's going to cost. Let's see. 10-man right now? Hold on, let me look. Oh, I see. Yeah, I seen. Okay. So yeah, Reuters is live right now, and Trump just came out, I guess, in the middle of a recess or something. I just pulled it up. There's nothing happening now, but I guess he was just saying something. I can't screen it while I'm live. I mean, if I watched it on my phone, maybe I could. I can't tell if it's going to break community guidelines or not. Thank you for letting me know, 10-man. 10-man, you're in Gilded, right? If you're in Gilded, share the link for what you just watched in Gilded, so all the hooligans in Gilded can get an updated version of what just happened. And post it on your timeline on the website too, so everybody on Jeff Mac Live can see it. Because I want to check it out after live, but I can't screen it right now. Appeal to heaven, claim it on your insurance. What, the transmission swap? I wonder, I don't even know if it matters. I'll have to look into that. I've never had full coverage, so I don't know how it contributes to anything outside of a car accident. Miss Jamie. Yeah. No, car accidents are not fun. Like the one I was in wasn't even that bad. I was bad to the car, but it wasn't bad to me. I was totally fine, and it could have been a lot worse than it was. I was on the freeway when I hit it, and I was in the only section that's 75 miles an hour. Like legally, that's what it is. And so I'm lucky it wasn't worse. But even when I got done with the accident, I was all messed up. Like it just, I don't know, something about it being a traumatic experience, even though it wasn't that bad, it put me through it. Let's see. Yeah, Matt. The thing is we won't know if we need to swap the transmission until we've already swapped the motor and we take it for a test run and see if how it affects the all-wheel drive. Because the code's not coming up unless I'm driving. And when I run the code reader, it doesn't come up. The all-wheel drive problem doesn't come up, but it happens while I'm driving. After I drive about 5 minutes, it's up there like flashing at me violently, but we can't figure out what is causing it. We'll get it figured out. So we're going to move forward to this next video. I don't know how much of breaking news this is right now, because I think they've already done the second vote, but this is Jim Jordan asks if Republicans should vote to empower McHenry just before next speaker vote. Now, they've voted since then. This was new when I put the live together, but I guess we'll take it for what it is. Most of you guys have been updated beyond this as far as the House Speaker goes, but this is where it was when I put the live together.
Well, I think we're going to decide today we're going to have a Republican Speaker, or is the body going to adopt this resolution with the Speaker pro tem? And I think both questions should be called. Let's get an answer. We've been at this 2 weeks. The American people deserve to have their government functioning. Let's get an answer to those two questions. So 11 o'clock will be a vote for Speaker. I got 90% of the vote yesterday. Got a huge cross-section of our conference from conservatives to people in the middle to more liberal members. And so I think that's the best route. But you know what? People are talking about this resolution. I told leadership, call the question.
What do you think?
Is there any way you drop out?
Is there any way you drop out?
What do you think about this temporary? Do you think Republicans should vote to empower McHenry? I think we should have that resolution, that question called. Let's get a vote on that and find out.
Sir, is it going to be called right away?
Republicans on the second ballot? Are you expecting to lead support on the ballot?
Well, we'll see how it all turns out. I think Jim Jordan would be good for Speaker of the House. I think out of all of them, he does the least amount of grandstanding and crying, I think. He doesn't get up there and tell real dramatic stories that don't make any sense and all these tear-jerking moments and stuff. He just gets up there and just says, hey, this is what we're looking at, and you guys sound like a bunch of idiots. How come we can't fix this problem? And he just talks very plain like that, and I like it. I think he'd be good for Speaker of the House. Him or Trump. I don't know much about this Jeffries person, but it seems to be the main guy that's battling him. I guess we'll see when they finally get a vote through. I'm going to read through the chat really quick before we move forward. We still have 3 more videos left to go. The next 2, I believe, are Trump. Yeah, the next 2 are Trump. And then the last one is our possible George Floyd scenario, our next George Floyd scenario. And I'll explain that more when we get to it. Hair Juicer, look into the lemon laws. Illinois has good ones. My stepmother was able to force a seller to buy her a new car. Our lemon laws are nothing here. Our lemon laws only are if you go to a dealer. If I went to like a used car dealer or whatever and they sold me a bad car, I think I could do something about it, although I didn't know that when I was 18 and went through it. But as far as private sales and buying a car as is, there's nothing. They could have this car triggered to blow up while you're driving it, and you couldn't do anything about it. I mean, if you could catch them as an act of terrorism, maybe. But a lemon law, nah, they're not going to do it. Not here in Michigan. The laws we have in Michigan are only to profit the politicians. That's it. None of the laws here are actually to help the people at all. Like when they passed medical marijuana here, everybody got all excited, like, ooh, legal weed. So then they encouraged everyone to grow and have it, buy it, sell it. No, not sell it. Buy it. You can donate it to other people. Smoke it, be under the influence. And then they raided everybody. They would pull up in a Black Hawk helicopter. SWAT team comes down. They come through your house, flash grenades and ARs and riot gear. They make you and your kids and everybody get out in the front yard, sit on your knees with your hands behind your head while they rip your house apart, tear the floors up to see if you're running a drug house and all this crap, and they send you to jail or prison. And then after a year or 2 of court battles, they realize you're within your legal right and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you can go back home, but they don't have to give back anything that they took from you. So anything they confiscated during the raid, saying that it was related to drug charges and stuff, they get to legally keep that. You get to go home to your demolished house, missing half your items, with a peace of mind that if you try to do it again, you're legally able to, but they might show up and raid your house all over again and throw you back in jail. And so they've been doing that for years. Like years, 10 years, 12 years, they've been doing that here. Now it's recreationally legal, and they've become a little bit more lenient on it. I've seen people get pulled over, had a joint going while they're driving, and you just get a ticket. You don't go to jail. They don't pull your license. Half the time they don't even charge you with driving under the influence. They charge you with improper storage of weed. And so then you get a ticket. It's like a $200 ticket. You go pay, and that's that. But that's how everything in Michigan is. It's like, hey, here's these new laws that are going to do great things. And then you just see people going to jail. The people who aren't doing anything wrong just going to jail because technicality and stuff like that. Michigan makes most of their money off incarcerating citizens because we don't do anything else here. Spend time in jail, spend time in our house drinking too much. Welcome to Michigan. It's pure Michigan. That's it. And it, let's see, a lot of people have been calling Rhino House reps to vote yes for Jim Jordan. There's 20 rhinos that gave Jordan the thumbs down. Yeah, I've seen that. There's people on Twitter that are posting the names of everyone that's voting against Jim Jordan. I don't know exactly what that is. I don't think they're calling a hit on those people, but they're calling them out. They're saying, hey, these 20 people are all voting against Jim Jordan. So if you support these guys, but you support Jim Jordan, maybe you should question this list right here. Snooks Jeffries is a radical. Is he Muslim or something like that? What's his first name? It's like Haram or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about that guy. Let's see. Let's read through chat. Zero crap lemon laws in Michigan because it's a car manufacturer hub. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we're Motor City, like, you know, well, Detroit is. Yeah, and then they don't even protect us when it comes to cars. That makes sense. DCAT, you've had it happen. Yeah, there's a lot of people who have had it happen. Where I live is all farmland, so in the summertime you just hear big Black Hawk helicopters flying over at tree line. It's crazy. It's crazy. It happens all summer. And it's crazy when you see a raid, when you see the chopper will fly through. They fly in patterns and they radar everything in the cornfields. And then they take it back to a specialist, and the specialist will say, these points look like grow ops. And then you'll see the chopper in the sky about 5 hours later, and sometimes they'll just go over to a property and stop. And you'll just see lines come down and SWAT teams moving in. There was a situation a couple years ago where an infant almost died because of a weed raid. The SWAT team came in and they threw a flashbang, and it ricocheted off the wall and landed into the crib with an infant and went off and scalded the whole side of the infant, and it almost died. And over weed. Over weed. It's so stupid. What's up, Cash Flow? Happy freedom. Let's see. Tom, I talk shit to him all the time on Twitter. I like Twitter. I like to go and get everybody riled up, especially if you go over to Candace Owens. Her chat is so toxic. Oh, God. You go over there and say anything. You say anything, they come for you. I love it because it helps my algorithm. One time I called Candace Owens a grifter. Whew. I got like 1,000 increase in engagement or something. Everybody was coming to my page and telling me what kind of piece of shit I am. I'm like, great. Go ahead. Get my algorithm up. I like it. Cashflow, he's a Democrat and a socialist. Talking about Jeffries. It looks like everybody's on the same page about Jeffries. I don't see anybody that likes Jeffries. Let's see. Flipping through. What's up, Jerry? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward to these next two videos are both Trump videos. This first one's titled Trump Appeals Judge's Partial Gag Order in the 2020 J6 case and all this stuff. I wonder when they're going to come out with the other end of this, because we kind of already knew that they were going to do an appeal, but I'm wondering, like, when is it actually going to take place, and when are they going to figure out if they're going to remove the gag order or not. Let's get it started, hooligans.
Today, a judge put on a gag order. I'll be the only politician in history that runs with a gag order where I'm not allowed to criticize people. Can you imagine this? Do you believe this? I'm not allowed to criticize people, so we'll see. We'll appeal it, and we'll see. But it's so unconstitutional. The good thing is we have so much support; it's incredible. And it just makes it even more so. Look, I'm the only guy that ever got indicted. I got indicted more than Alphonse Capone. Did anyone ever hear of Al Capone? If you looked at him the wrong way, he was seriously tough, right? Scarface. You know, they call him Scarface. Had a little scar in there. I'm sure it was a minor accident, but he was Scarface. But Al Capone, if you looked at him in the wrong way, if he didn't like you, you looked at him a little bit askance, he blew your brains out. He was only indicted one time. I've been indicted 4 times. And in addition, I have these civil trials that are all coming out of the Justice Department. They've weaponized the Justice Department and the FBI.
So we're going to move on right into the next video before we scroll through the chat. That was talking about the partial gag order, and we've heard President Trump talk about it. We didn't cover the last 2 live Trump events because I was going to get the car that day, I think is what was happening. So we didn't cover the last 2, but the one we covered before then, he was saying the same thing, that they're going to try and appeal the gag order because they believe it's unconstitutional. Now, it's not unusual to have a gag order while you're going through court proceedings and stuff like that, but because he's in the middle of a presidential campaign and the way things are going, the way he's being attacked, he feels he should be able to speak out against the tyrannical government, and that it's not right that he's being attacked by the government and he can't even talk about it because the court decided to put a gag order on him. So, I mean, I could see the thought process behind it, but as far as being in court, I don't know that they're actually going to accept the appeal, because they're saying the reason the gag order was put there in the first place was because when he talks bad about people involved in the case, it puts those people at risk because he's so influential. But I don't know what that has to do with justice. If anything, they should hurry up and get through the case. That's what they should do. Just go ahead and get that nonsense out of the way. But we'll see when they finally come to the other end of it. This next one's titled, Trump Claims the Government Lied During the Break in New York City Civil Fraud Trial. Now, he just had another break where he just went and spoke live. But I am unable to screen the video because we're already live, and I can't tell if he says anything that's against community guidelines for YouTube or not. And because we have YouTube in the loop today, I don't have the updated video, but this is from the last break that happened shortly before I started the live. It was like 30 minutes before I started the live. This had happened live.
I don't know what's going on. I've been wasting a lot of time on a case that should have never been brought. You see what's happening. The government lied. They just lied. They didn't reveal all of the information that they had. They didn't reveal all the evidence that made me totally innocent of anything that they said. The government lied. They've totally misrepresented the case. So, unfortunately, I have to be here. I'm not campaigning. I have to be here for this. For what's taking place today, and you all saw it, I assume you were all in there. This was like Perry Mason. Thank you.
Well, like I said, that was President Trump during the break on his fraud trial case that they're putting him through, saying he lied about the size of his penthouse and this, that, and the other. But even the banks have come through and said he paid everything back. We got interest. Everybody made money. Nobody lost money. Nobody was defrauded or anything like that. They don't care. They're still going to run him through the court just to cost him money and have time to drag his name through the dirt, because all the soft and stupid people of the world believe there's some sort of case here. And I don't know why they're so in their feelings about it. He didn't defraud any of them. He didn't lie to any of them or fudge some numbers with them to get them to loan money to him that ultimately was paid back with interest in the end. So I don't know why the soft and stupid people get out there and they're like, well, he's a fraud. He's going to court because he's a fraud. It wasn't your money. You probably don't even have money. You think he was going to take your food stamps and go build onto his penthouse with it and then pay you back with interest? Like, get the fuck out of here. You don't know anything. People just get mad for no reason. They can't stand the Orange Eagle, and I think it's because people like him. I think that's ultimately what it is people like him. And that pisses them off. They can't stand that. So we have the updated thing, break, I guess. The updated break with President Trump. I assume it's in Gilded, and maybe we got it posted on jeffmaclive.com. I will check on that after the live so we can get an updated version, and maybe I'll play it during the live tomorrow. I just can't screen it right now, and the last thing I want to do is catch a strike on today when I'm going to try and appeal for remonetization. We'll see how it goes. Otherwise, I would show it. Let's see. Pumpkin, President Trump is irritated today. Why they got to do this to him? Yeah, I was thinking that too. He does seem a little more uneasy than he normally is. And it's probably wearing him down. I mean, he can't even talk. You know, he can't even say what's happening to him. There's nothing like having people pull you down in a hole, and if you speak out against it, it'll be worse for you. Like, that's got to feel terrible. It's got to feel like the whole world's against him and stuff. But he knows we got his back. We'll see how it goes. Let's see how it turns out. Ultimately, I don't know that they want to try and really incarcerate him. I don't know they want to fight that fight, because I really think, and I don't want anything bad to happen. I don't want anybody to break any laws. But I think if they put the Orange Eagle in a concrete room and locked him in there, supporters would come for him. People would free the Orange Eagle. I kind of don't question it. If they tried to incarcerate him, I think Americans would stand up and be like, fuck that. And go there and be mad. And I don't know what would happen after that. And I don't want to encourage anybody to do anything like that. But I think, just from what I've seen, nobody's going to let that slide. Because if they can do it to him, they will do it to us. Look at how his social media went. Everybody was all, woohoo, no more mean tweets, censored the president. And then it started censoring all of us, and we're like, oh man, that's messed up. Yeah, it's messed up. It was messed up when they did it to the president. They shouldn't be allowed to do it to him. They shouldn't be allowed to do it to us. But when everybody celebrates when they do it to him, don't be crying when they do it to us. And that's the same thing. They incarcerate him over false, trumped-up charges. Oh no. If they'll do that to him, they'll do that to us. If you don't want to see it happen to you or your family or your friends, don't ask to see that to him. Because that's what it is. If they can do it to one American, they can do it to all of us. People need to get that, like, basketball card mentality out of their brain. Like, that's what it's like. You see this person, you got their stats on the back of the card, you decide, I don't like that guy. Let's let the government mistreat him. Fuck him. Well, if we let that happen, they will turn around and do it to all of us. And people don't. It just doesn't work. Their brain doesn't work. And it drives me crazy. I've been saying it for years. Going on 3 years I've been saying it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Don't let them do bad stuff to Trump, because they'll turn around and do it to all of us. Trump actually knows his rights and stuff like that. You go by some of these blue team people, they only know how to get mad and burn shit down. Trump will do stuff the right way. If they'll do bad stuff to him, they will absolutely do bad stuff to us. Just saying. What's up, Sir Oak Tree? Happy freedom. DeRosa, Orange Eagle needs to appeal. Yeah, I agree. DeRosa, our government doesn't lie. I know, I love that Trump came out. He's like, the government lied. I'm telling you, he says common sense things every time he speaks. He's saying our thoughts out loud. The government lied. Everybody's like, yep, I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. Let's see. Let's read through the chat really quick before we move forward. We have one more video, and it could be the next George Floyd situation coming up in just a moment. Grey Wolf, Trump is 100% innocent. Yeah, that's why they got these goofy charges. They're saying this is years and years old, that they had all this time to bring up this nonsense that he's going to beat ultimately anyways, but they waited till right now to interfere with the campaign. How is this not interference? You know what I mean? How is this not interference for 2024? I can't say word for word what I'm trying to say here because of goofy communist guidelines over on YouTube, but this is interference. And I've been saying this before the whole campaign thing started. Watch and see how they talk about the candidates. Watch and see how they show the candidates. And when they're showing everybody but the Orange Eagle, how is that not interference? How is it not interference? But here we are. We're now living it. We're now living it. Marky Mark, Trump's fault. Trump did it. Yep. Trump did it. Snooks, you gotta go. Oh, okay. Be safe out there, Snooks. Good luck. I know you guys can hear me flipping this chapstick. It's so loud. I'm gonna have to call chapstick, be like, you know, your chapstick rattles a lot. After you get about 10,000 flips, ooh, probably more than that, probably about 50,000 flips per day, it starts getting a little rattly. You guys need to work on your thing. They're gonna come out with the hooligan version of chapstick. 100,000 flips and no rattling. Get the hooligan version. Let's see. "24/7 Phillies beat Diamondbacks 2 games now. Pretty sure Trump's fault." I don't know. I hit that damn deer and I was like, "Damn you, Trump!" That's what I was doing. Every time I stubbed my toe, I was on the way to the bathroom last night, broke my toe over my cat. I was like, "Damn it, Trump! Why'd you do that?" I'm just saying. It's Trump's fault. So we're moving on to this last video here. It's titled "Exonerated Man Killed by Sheriff's Deputy in Georgia." Now this has all of the items needed for a George Floyd milkshake. But what we're missing is screaming mad 20-year-olds in the street. And I don't know why. I don't know why that hasn't happened. These people have been hungry to be angry for the last 3 years, ever since Orange Eagle left the White House. They've been itching for a reason to hit the streets and start crying and burning shit down. I don't know why they're not doing it yet. We'll see what your guys' thoughts are after the video.
We need to know what led to the death of Mr. Leonard. The community needs to know that.
Not quite 3 years after being released from prison and exonerated of a crime he did not commit, Leonard Cure was shot and killed during a traffic stop on I-95 in South Georgia Monday morning. The Camden County NAACP wants to know why.
Let the community see the video, because there needs to be a trust restored within our community. Right now, black and brown people in our community, they have very little trust in our sheriff department.
The Georgia Bureau of Investigation says Cure assaulted the deputy while he was trying to arrest him. The agency says the officer tased Cure twice before shooting him. The GBI did not say why Cure was initially pulled over.
It's just an utter tragedy. And here's someone who was a good person, good, to his close to his family, good to his family, good to everyone around him, and to have him gone in this way is just devastating.
Seth Miller with the Innocence Project of Florida says Cure received compensation for his wrongful incarceration and used the money to buy his first home. Miller says it's impossible to say what happened without seeing the video, but thinks the traffic stop may have been a charged encounter.
Most people who are wrongfully convicted and incarcerated long term for crimes they didn't commit bring with them trauma that can trigger them at any moment when faced with the prospect of being sent back for something they didn't do.
The Camden County Sheriff's Office declined to comment on the shooting. Vicente says the community deserves transparency.
We are demanding change within this department.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news.
I don't know why they edited the video to be all weird like that at the end. But you guys gotta see what I'm saying here. Like, all the ingredients are there, right? So guy minding his own business gets pulled over at a traffic stop, as a lot of these situations begin. Something happens. Nobody knows what. Nobody even knows why he got pulled over. But he was tased twice and then shot to death by an officer. He was such a good guy. Always did the right thing. People really loved him. And he had prior experience with officers and being falsely accused and arrested and incarcerated. And now, after having this bad experience with law enforcement, now an officer comes and kills him. Well, that sounds like whose streets? Our streets. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like go get the Antifa marching band. That's what it sounds like to me. Where are they? Where are they? Why isn't this happening? How come nobody's demanding body cam footage and all that? Where's all the... And the guy who was in the video, however he's related to the poor man that died, he's kind of saying that. He's kind of advocating for it. Oh, we need change. We don't trust police officers. He was a good guy and he was gunned down in his home, you know, his hometown and all this stuff. Where's the protesters? Where's the protesters at? What's going on? And I'm seeing people in the chat saying they're too busy celebrating the Middle East and all that kind of stuff. They're protesting that, but we'll see. Maybe we're ahead. Maybe next week the protesters will figure out what's going on when they pull their head out of their ass and they go, oh wait, can't miss this opportunity to hit the streets and burn some shit down. We'll see how it goes. To me, it sounds very George Floyd like, and I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing fire in the streets over it, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna read through a chat really quick. That is the last video I had for you hooligans today. It's all the coffee I got. So I'm gonna drop that link to all of you. If you would like to help me with my car situation or just help the live in general, there is donation links on the link tree. You can also join a membership program if you would like to go that route. That does help the live very much so, as well as gives you a pretty cool badge and some benefits depending on which platform you join the membership on. I think joining jeffmaclive.com is the most worthwhile because you are a free hooligan over there. There's nobody hovering over you waiting to discipline you over your speech and stuff like that. I don't encourage bad behavior and stuff. I don't want terrible things happening on the website. But if you want to say that you think Old Man Walter is a full-blown piece of shit, you can do that, and no fact checkers are going to come get you. Plus, the live is always running smooth over on the website. The hooligans are over there hanging out 24/7. It is the best way to support and the best experience of watching the live at jeffmaclive.com as far as supporting and everything. What I do ask is that you join Gilded. Gilded is free, and it's currently the best way to receive notifications for when and where we go live. Every time we go live, we have a news board on there to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world and tons of hooligans to hang out with. So definitely join Gilded. But as far as supporting and helping me get through this car situation, join jeffmaclive.com. I think is synergy for everyone. Let's see. Okay, Annette. Sounds good. I'm going to read through the chat really quick, and then we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance in just a moment. Let's see. Annette, good people don't go to prison for several years. Well, he was exonerated. So, I mean, I don't know what the charges were, but he was released because he was found innocent. But we need more information. We need more information. You know, there's always a crying parent saying the best of something, of someone. Like the taser incident, right? Mom showed up with another child and was like, oh, he was such a good boy and this, that, and the other. But he was pulled over with his girlfriend while they were drinking lean. And I had to explain to the chat what lean was. Basically, he was on opiates, a liquid form of opiates. And he was dosing himself while he was driving, on top of driving with like a suspended license and all this. I don't know. He had done a bunch of stuff wrong and then refused orders, wouldn't get out of the car. The officer went to tase him and accidentally shot him 3 times or something like that. And what was really crazy about covering that video, which I think we got a strike over after we were done, the woman got out of the vehicle with the mixed drink that is illegal, drops it, and the officer picks it up and hands it to her. And he has no idea what this purple Sprite is that he's handing to this woman, but it's drugs. He's like, here's your drugs. Have a nice day, and let her go. So, I mean, that whole situation was whatever. But that mother was like, oh, he was such a good boy, blah, blah, blah. No, well, he wasn't making good choices, so what made him a good boy? I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand none of that. Nobody's gonna cry for me when I get gunned down in the street, so I don't have a lot of grace for it. If you can't prove that somebody was a good person, I don't think people should be out there saying that. If there's no actual features of a good job done, I don't think we should be just using those labels willy-nilly. I know people get to pick their whole identity from day to day, but good boy shouldn't be on the list. It's my 2 cents. Let's see, Matt. It's always a super innocent one. He was a good boy. I know. And I didn't realize it until we were doing the lives and covering these terrible incidents that have happened. And like I always say, I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone, but it is really foolish when these things happen. When somebody's making bad choices and they ultimately, in the end, die from it. And then mom comes by and says, oh, he was such a good boy. Maybe in your eyes, I don't know, he had behavior only a mother could love. Let's put it like that. Let's see. I'm pretty sure God has his finger on the reset button. I know it feels that way. It feels that way. Zero, there's more to this than they're telling us. I agree. And this is a fresh story. I want to say it was only an hour old when I came across it. So we'll see how it develops. Maybe there'll be protesters. Maybe there won't be. Zero, Soros is running out of money, closing 25 offices. I think someone said something about that on Twitch too. They were saying that the reason we're not seeing protesters is because Soros can't fund it like he was. Let's see. Cash flow. Trump supporters can say what he isn't allowed to say. Absolutely. That's a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, if people get on Truth Social and they start saying that truth and Trump retruths the post, it's not him saying it. So I mean, can he get around these gag laws, or this gag order? Maybe. Peyton, George Soros can't provide debit cards for protesters anymore. Yeah, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll have protesters in the street by the end of the day. You never know. I'll try and keep an eye on it just in case. Winning streak. Nothing comes between a mother and her boy. Well, I believe that, and I do understand. I do understand parents are never going to turn their back on their kids. But it just makes me feel some type of way. If the mother cares enough to cry over her dead son and tell everybody he was a good boy when he died from bad decisions, I wish she cared that much about investing in him making good decisions when he was still alive. That's what breaks my heart, is that I don't expect a mother to turn her back on her child, even if he is a full-blown piece of shit. But her job as a parent is to love her child, but enough to teach them to do the right thing at all times. And I know nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. There's no perfect parents or anything. I know that. I'm not ignorant to it. I know. But when your kid's smoking crack, selling crack, drinking lean, driving a stolen car, no license, no insurance, illegal weapons in the car, everybody in the car is illegal, you can't tell me that you didn't know your kid wasn't a good boy. Like, you can't tell me that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You know your kid's a piece of shit. You love him anyway, but when they kick the bucket, you gotta be like, well, he made his choices and he paid the price. Don't lie to all of us and tell us he was innocent and burn my house down for that shit. No, sir. Don't do that. Don't do that. You gotta be honest with all of us. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the rest of us. And if anything, if anybody was in a community where something terrible like that happens, take it as a wake-up call. If your kid used to hang out with that kid, you better start laying into your kid and have them making right decisions, because that could be your kid on the side of the road getting shot by a cop over a stupid situation. And these people, they need to invest in their kids. Look how the schools are run. Look how the government's run. Look how everything's going. Right now, more than ever in my lifetime, do I feel that parents should be both eyes on their kid. Look, Timmy, I need you to be a good person, because the world is full of bad people out there. So I really care about you making good decisions. The last thing I want to see is for you to get pulled over on the side of the road, get shot in the head by a cop, screaming, taser, taser. Don't want that. Let me teach you how to make some good decisions out here. Like, right now is the time to invest in your own kids, because ain't nobody else doing it. Nobody else is doing it. And the way these hospitals are shutting down these birthing centers, like we covered yesterday, there's hospitals in Alabama, 3 of them, no longer are delivering babies. They just aren't doing it anymore. Eventually, I could see us crapping kids out, and you would just give it to the government. And the government will just reassure you that this child will be integrated into society when they are of age, and you'll just never see them again. We'll go back to our smart home and our condo that we live in and work in and shop in, and we'll take our self-driving Uber to the hospital when it's time to crap out a kid, and you'll just sign it over to the government. They'll teach it, they'll train it, they'll daycare it, they'll make it a robot, and they'll send it back into society when it's working age. And then that'll just be all of us. We'll just be a factory of bioorganic robots. That's what I see for the future. Better invest in your kids now. Don't let them grow up stupid. They'll end up like Antifa, and they'll be begging the government to take our rights away. Can't have that. Cannot have that. Well, I hate to end it on a serious note, but that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. Once again, I gave you guys all the link tree. You can find everything on the link tree. You want to donate, you want to join membership programs, you want to see cool merch like I got on right now, join Gilded or check out any of the live streaming platforms. You can do all of that from the link tree. Right now is that time. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heck yeah, we did the thing. We're good to go. I might actually go for a walk. I might drive my bummy car to Ludington and take a little walk. I feel like I've missed all the fall because I've been locked in the house crying about the damn deer. Poor Klaus Daniels. I mean, he knew he was going to be an emotional support animal, but he didn't know Dad was so emotional. He comes home, I'm like, God dang it. I'm all bent out of shape and stuff. But Klaus, I hit the damn deer. He's like, okay. Poor Klaus Daniels. My goodness. Instead of the screaming goat, we got a screaming cat at the house. He's got a hard job. He's got a hard job. I appreciate all of you hooligans. I'll see most of you guys over in Gilded. I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm forgetting. There's always something I forget. I get off the live, and then I'm like, damn it, I meant to tell everybody, and I forgot. I think we're good, though. I think we're good for now. There's no gaming tonight. I'm still trying to figure everything out. We will be gaming again. I know a lot of you hooligans come and hang out with us for the game at the end of the day, and I know some of you guys are missing it. We will get back to it. I got to get this car situation figured out, and I think really if I could just go and relax today. Today's the day where it's like the first day in a long time where I'm not searching for a car, finding a ride, trying to figure out money to how I am figuring out money on fixing the damn car. I am doing that. If you guys would like to contribute, I would really appreciate it. But you guys have been so generous. I've been trying to refrain from asking for any help. But I think if I could just go and take a damn walk today and let my thoughts breathe and be away from this prison I pay to be in that is my apartment, I think I'll do well. And maybe tomorrow, if there's no unpredictable events happen, we will start playing the game tomorrow. We will finish Starfield. We'll go to Fallout 4. And I think I might buy Skyrim tonight. It is on sale. It's only like $8. And that's just too good of a deal to pass up when it was $60 or something last week. So I'm going to get Skyrim. I know there's a lot of hooligans that are excited about us playing Skyrim. That comes right after Fallout 4 DLC that we'll be wrapping up. If you don't play video games, you have no idea what I'm talking about, and that's totally fine, because tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time is the very next Coffee with Hooligans, and I will see all of you guys there. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I would not be able to do this without you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.
Jeff.